Hello everyone, my name is Chef Krishan and welcome back to another episode of Chefing Up. And today, we're not just gonna be making any type of chicken. No. We're gonna be making the world famous butter chicken. But I'm not gonna show you guys just a normal way to make butter chicken. No. I'm gonna be showing you guys the shit way to make butter chicken. With that out of the way, let's do some cooking. Let's begin with what you'll need for today's recipe. For the chicken marinade, you're gonna need salt to taste. You're gonna need turmeric, also known as haldi. You're gonna need red chili powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, garam masala. You're gonna need kasuri methi powder. It's also known as dried fenugreek leaves, whatever works. Oil, a lot of ginger garlic paste. I mean a lot. You're also gonna need desi style dahi. You could use whatever type of yogurt you prefer. For this recipe, considering it's an Indian recipe, I heavily recommend you guys use desi style dahi. It can be found, you can make it at home or you can find it at your local Indian store. You're also gonna need besan, also known as ground flour. Now, you're also gonna need your chicken, obviously. And for the chicken, you wanna cut it into longer strips, that way it's easier to cook. Now, these are the ingredients we'll need for the actual gravy. Over here, we have ghee, also known as clarified butter. We have onions, which I cut into cubes. We have dried red chili, bay leaf, a cinnamon stick, green and black cardamom, black peppercorn, 2 cloves, garlic, and I have about 10 to 12 cashews. Over here we have paprika, cumin powder, coriander powder, and over here is tomato puree. Now this is kind of a little secret ingredient. This is not in a lot of recipes, but to give more of that tomato flavor, I like to include tomato puree in this. So this would be about 1 cup. We're gonna leave the dahi and besan for a little after. First, let's mix everything in here. So you got your oil, you got your salt in there, haldi, all your spices up in there too. And a lot of this ginger garlic paste. Now you want to mix this together and then we'll add the other stuff. All right, now that's been mixed a little, you're gonna add a spoonful of the besan and your dahi. And then you mix all of this together. All right, now that we got this all mixed up, we're gonna let this sit and marinate, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Let's make the gravy. All right, first you wanna start off, get a spoonful of the ghee. And just let the, all right, now that we got our gas on medium heat and the ghee is melted, let's start adding our stuff. We're gonna add the red chilies. All right, give this a little shake, and then after you give the mirch a little bit of a mix, you're gonna add your garlic. All right, once you smell it a little, that's your time to add your cashews. All right, now you wanna keep on doing this until they get a little brown, and then you wanna add your onions. All right, then you want to cook these up for a few minutes. All right, we've stirred it for a bit and you can see that the colors change a little. Now this is where we're gonna add some water. All right, now that we added the water, we're gonna put a lid on this and just let it translucify for a few minutes on medium heat. Okay, now we can see that this is a lot and it's really translucent now. That means we know it's done, and now we're gonna strain it. All right, as you can see, this is very hot and steamy. We just moved it to a blender because now it's time to make this into an actual gravy. Now to cool it off a little, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of ice water. Now it's time to blend. All right, now that it's done being blended, this is the color that it's supposed to be. And I know you may be thinking, oh no, what happened to the orange? Trust me guys, that will be coming in just a moment. right, let's move on to the chicken. Now this is this beautiful marinated chicken after about a few hours, and now we're gonna cook it. All right, getting the gas on medium heat, I'm gonna add about 2 spoonfuls of ghee. Now that the ghee's melted, I'm gonna add the chicken. All right, now you just wanna cook it and then flip it for a few minutes, and then after that, you wanna cover it. All right, now that we can see that the oil's out and we've been cooking this for a few minutes, now I'm just gonna put a lid on it. And make sure to keep the heat on low now. All right, it's been about a few minutes now. Ooh, and the chicken is pretty much cooked. So now we're just gonna transfer this into a separate bowl. Now it's time to wrap everything up. First, in a pan, I'm gonna add about 2 spoons of ghee and let this melt a little. Next, you wanna add your kare masala, also known as your non-powder spice toast. Add everything on here. Let these toast for a few seconds. These things are gonna cook fast. As you can see, there's already bubbles forming right here. So now that's our cue to add all of our powders. So add these, boom, bam, and bop. And just let these toast in here for a few seconds. These are gonna cook really fast, so just toast them for a little bit and then you're good. All right, make sure you cook this on low heat because these are cooking fast. And then right after this, you wanna add your tomato sauce. All right, now after this, you wanna stir a little and then let it just put a lid on it and let it cook and simmer just for a few minutes. Now we've let this simmer for a little bit, as you can see right here. Now we're gonna add back our blended sauce from earlier. So you're gonna mix this together and then let it simmer again. Promised y'all that orange color, and as you can see, it's starting to turn into that orange color. So to let this just mix in a little bit more, I'm just gonna let this simmer again for another 2-3 minutes. All right, so this is how it looks like after a little bit. And now I'm gonna re-add my chicken back. Now I've mixed the chicken all together and you can see it's really coming along. Now here is, this next step here is to elevate this recipe even further. Now in here, we're gonna add some heavy whipped cream or heavy whipping cream. And if you don't have that available, I suggest adding milk. I'll just add a little bit of this and then stir it all in. Ghee already is clarified butter, but I added a little bit of butter instead because, you know, it's called butter chicken. All right, with this, it is almost ready to serve. Now, what I like to do at the end is just add a little bit of sugar because to me personally, it just kicks this recipe to the next level. So once you mix it in and it's all mixed together, this thing's ready to be served. And the result is this phenomenal butter chicken that we have right here. Now this can be served with either roti or some garlic naan. And with that, let's take the taste test. One-handed, guys, by the way. Get it all up in there. Woo. Okay. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. And make sure to leave a comment down below on what I should make next. And please share the video too, because we want to spread the love of cooking to everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to tune into the next episode.